After lots of time and deliberation, Catherine decided to get an e-bike. She had her eye on this thing for quite some time. She wanted to go faster and longer on rides and also make climbs a little easier. So the time was finally right for her to pick one up. We decided to take her e-bike and my road bike out on the Creve Coeur Bottoms. We thought the flats would be good for a speed test and Hog Hollow would be good for a climbing test. Let's see what happens. Alright, so we're going to try to go up Hog Hollow. You have your e-bike on. What setting are you going to put it on?
The highest.
The highest? Alright, so Hog Hollow is pretty steep.
I might not need the highest, but I don't know yet because this is my first test. So.
Right, okay, so I'll go first and then you pass me. Okay? Alright, here we go. Here I go.
Great job.
I hate this.
Oh, yeah? Oh, this is my first ride on it. It's fantastic.
It is? How did you get it? Are these available?
At Mesa, Trailhead Mesa over in Richmond Heights. Yeah, they're available right now.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because I shopped a bunch of other places and they didn't have any until like next spring.
Last year I went and bought this. It was one available. Used, I took it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I like that.
Well, you're doing great on that though. Yeah. But this man, this is awesome.
Yeah.
He usually gets up the hill and I don't. So
Okay.
this is awesome.
I'm gonna go there, Mesa.
Yeah.
Is it like different city or
No, it's
area?
it's on Big Bend.
Okay.
Big Bend in Richmond Heights. Mesa Cycle.
Okay.
They sell the Specialized brand.
Is it
Yeah.
a Bosch motor?
Shit.
The motor inside is a Bosch.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't
so
know.
it's available on that.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
You did it. Fantastic.
Listen to this.
What?
My heart rate. 166. Oh.
It's not too bad. Mine was 180. I forgot to look at my heart rate. I was just cruising.
I can't even talk.
Do you want to pull over in the shade for a few minutes?
I'm okay.
No, seriously, I don't want you to.
I'm okay. That hill sucked.
Do you want to seriously pull over there in the shade? At least we get to go down.
Yeah. So that last hill, normally she can't even climb it. I mean, maybe she'll go about 100 meters up and then have to bail, or can only get to a certain point and have to bail. And the amount of time it took me to go up that hill is pretty normal for me. But you know, with that e-bike, it just makes that hill much more enjoyable for her, so that's good.
Careful on the downhill so I know how the bike handles. Like
Sure.
I said, I kind of have a new center of gravity I kind of got to work with.
Yeah.
And the brakes handle is really nice.
Well, that's good.
I'm just really impressed with how this bike rides, and it feels so smooth, but I think it's in here. I think I've got that shock absorber.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I am just absolutely thrilled.
That's awesome. Well, here, get up.
Sorry, I smoked you.
It's all good.
I got it.
Well, the cool thing about it is that when you look at that bike, it doesn't look like an e-bike
Thank you.
when you first glance,
When I was
because
passing those guys on the hills, though, it sounded like an e-bike.
oh sure,
Yeah.
you can hear the motor when it's in a gauge.
And
Did you
I
pass
always
that?
tell one guy, I'm like, you're doing great. I'm only passing you because I'm on an e-bike. And Brian is starting to catch up. What? Meet you at the parking lot? Okay, here I go. Let's see what this thing will do. I can't ride over 26 with my helmet on, with my sunscreen on.
I was going as fast as I could, and I couldn't even hold a
How
candle.
fast were you going?
Like 20
20?
in the highest gear that I have. Lowest gear, I guess.
I was doing 26 and I could feel the assist start to cap out.
Yeah. Well, believe
As
me.
hard as I pedaled, it wouldn't go any faster than 26.
It's probably speed limit on there.
I think it is.
Yeah.
But that's cool, because how often will I have to go 26?
Right.
How you doing?
Tired.
Let's go find some shade.
Yeah,
Let's go
that
sit in that
sounds good.
gazebo and have a food break.
Okay, that sounds
All right,
good.
I'll see you there.
All right.
I'll try to keep it at 24 so that I don't lose my hat. Boy, this bike rides beautifully, absolutely beautifully. Handles well. That shock absorber, I really notice the difference in handlebars.
So here it is, the Turbo Creo SL from Specialized. It's the e-bike. It looks like a regular bike until you take a little closer look at it, and you can see the motor right here on the crank. But other than that, it's just your typical looking bike. It's one difference is it's a 1x in the front, and I don't know how many are in here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ugh, I'm used to waxing my chain now. It's all oily. Not used to that. And it's a GRX group set, DT Swiss bike tires. It's heavier than usual, but you know, that's to be expected. It's got a cushioned handle here. Let's see if I can make it show up. Lean into it. It's got a little suspension so it absorbs some of the shock when you're riding along, so it makes it even more comfortable. So it's a pretty sweet bike for sure. Now this is the aluminum frame version. The carbon frame version is $1,000 more than this, but I don't really know what a carbon frame would gain out here on one of these things.
Not for me, I don't race or anything.
Right, but then you're capped out about 26 miles an hour, and you were what?
And my sunshine blows off at 26 miles an hour, so...
So would you say that at 26, you were killing yourself on this, or you were just really fast?
If I would pedal as hard as I possibly could on my giant bike,
yeah,
I could maintain 20-21 miles an hour for a few minutes.
Yeah.
On this bike, I could pedal 3/4 of that and maintain 26 for as long as I want to.
So it almost sounds like the extra $1,000 isn't even worth it.
Not to me.
Yeah. I guess maybe if you have to say my bike is carbon, you could pay that extra grand, but this is pretty slick. The carbon models, I didn't think looked as good as this one.
And it feels so good. It rides so nice. And the extra shock absorber on the handlebar up there, I'm really feeling that.
That's
that makes
cool.
a big difference.
So when you adjust the speed, there's a button right here. You can go from 1, 2, and 3. 1, first level, second level, third level. But what's also interesting is on this bike, there's this add-on. This is an extra pay. You can move the speed controls to up here instead of having to. You can keep going straight, looking straight ahead, and pressing this button to adjust your speed, as opposed to having to look down and press it there. So that's kind of a nice little perk.
I don't have to take my hand off the handlebar and change it.
And let's see, this is the cord. It goes into one of these tube holes, and it connects up to here, and then up and through that tape. So.
And with the 1x bike, I'll never be guilty of cross-chaining again.
That's right. That annoying sound, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Just keep going. All right, here's our last climb of the day. I usually have to wait a while for her at the top. I think that's gonna change today. Yep. 8% grade. She's on the other foot today. Shit. Oh. Well, that was a successful test ride, wouldn't you say?
Let's get you in the air conditioning, shall we?
I'm in for that. All right.